Know some mistakes in your morning routine is slowly ruining your health? These aren't dramatic slip-ups or obvious dangers. They're small, everyday habits that you've probably done for decades without a second thought. But over time, these seemingly harmless routines can take a serious toll on your body, your energy, and even your lifespan. Many seniors make these mistakes not out of carelessness, but simply because no one ever told them the truth. In this video, we're going to uncover 4 deadly mistakes that older adults commonly make every morning. These are not exaggerated warnings or scare tactics. They're real patterns. Doctors and researchers have linked to fatigue, falls, cognitive decline, and chronic illness. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid, how to correct these habits, and most importantly, how to give your mornings the strength and stability your body truly needs. Stay tuned until the end because some of these mistakes may seem innocent, but they could be the reason your days feel more tiring. Your energy feels drained, or your health has declined in ways you haven't been able to explain. Let's dive in. Number 1, skipping water, first thing in the right way. One of the most harmful things you can do each morning is start your day without a single sip of water. It sounds simple, almost too basic to be a real concern. But for seniors, dehydration isn't just a mild inconvenience, it's a silent threat. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up naturally dehydrated. Your cells are dry, your blood is thicker, and your heart has to work harder just to pump it. Yet too many people head straight for coffee, a shower, or a morning news report without giving their body what it truly needs: first, water. Think about someone like Dennis, 81, who always felt lightheaded in the mornings. His doctor ran tests, heart, blood sugar, even brain scans. Everything came back normal. But it wasn't until Dennis started drinking a full glass of water before anything else. Each morning that his symptoms improved. What he didn't realize was that overnight, his body was quietly running low on fluid. That made it harder for blood to circulate, harder for nutrients to move, and harder for his brain to clear toxins that had built up during sleep. For older adults, dehydration doesn't just cause dizziness. It can contribute to confusion, constipation, urinary infections, kidney strain, and even sudden falls. And unlike hunger, thirst isn't always easy to detect as you age. By the time you feel it, the damage may already be starting. So if you're waking up tired, foggy, or shaky, don't assume it's just age. Ask yourself, did I drink any water yet? Your body repairs itself during the night, but it needs your help to recover in the morning. Keep a glass by the bed. Drink it before your coffee. Do it before you reach for the remote, because that one habit could be the difference between a sluggish day and a strong one. Number 2, taking medications on an empty stomach. It's something most people don't even think twice about: waking up, grabbing your pill organizer, and swallowing down your morning medications before breakfast. After all, isn't that what the label says? But for many seniors, taking pills on an empty stomach can be a dangerous game, one that leads to fatigue, nausea, dizziness, and even falls. Your body has changed, your digestion has slowed, and your sensitivity to certain medications has likely increased. What you could tolerate years ago without a problem might now throw your whole day off balance. Consider someone like Lorraine, 77, who takes a few medications for blood pressure and joint pain. She used to take them first thing in the morning, before she even made it to the kitchen. But she began feeling lightheaded. Once she nearly fainted while getting dressed. Her doctor asked a simple question: "Are you eating first?" She wasn't, and that was the problem. Certain medications, especially those for blood pressure, heart rhythm, or pain relief, can lower your blood pressure too quickly, or irritate your stomach lining when taken on an empty gut. Without food to buffer their effects, they can hit you too hard, too fast. The result, you feel off. Your balance is weaker. Your energy is gone before the day begins. And worst of all, it can lead to falls. One of the most common reasons seniors end up in the emergency room. So how do you fix it? The answer doesn't have to be complicated. Even a small snack like half a banana, a slice of toast, or a boiled egg can provide the stomach support you need to tolerate your medication better. The key is consistency. If your doctor says you can take it with food, don't skip that step. And if you're unsure, ask, because your mornings should help you build momentum, not knock you off your feet before the day even begins. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, rushing out of bed too quickly. When you first open your eyes in the morning, it's natural to want to start the day. Maybe nature's calling. Maybe the coffee's brewing. Maybe you just want to get moving. But what many seniors don't realize is that those first few seconds, how you transition from sleep to standing, can be some of the most dangerous of the entire day. Your body is still catching up. Blood flow is still adjusting. And if you swing your legs over the side of the bed and immediately push yourself upright, you could be setting yourself up for a fall or even worse. Let's look at what happened to Gerald, an 80-year-old former contractor who prided himself on staying active. Every morning, he'd wake up and jump out of bed like he always had. Until one day he didn't. He got up too fast, felt the room spin, and collapsed before he could grab the wall. He fractured his hip. And his doctor explained something no one had ever told him: as you age, your body's ability to regulate blood pressure slows down. That means when you change positions too quickly, especially from lying to standing, your blood pressure can suddenly drop, causing dizziness, blurred vision, and loss of balance. This isn't just about feeling woozy. It's about preventing life-changing injuries. A fall in your 70s or 80s can take away your independence. It can lead to surgery, hospital stays, and months of recovery that weaken not just your body, but your spirit. That's why a slower start matters. Instead of jumping up, give your body time. Sit up slowly. Wiggle your toes. Breathe deeply. Let your circulation catch up to your movement. Then stand. Then walk. Those extra 30 seconds could be the reason you stay safe. Because protecting yourself isn't just about what you do, it's about how you begin. And every strong day starts with a steady rise. Number 4, eating high sugar or carb-heavy breakfast. What you eat in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. And yet, many older adults begin their mornings with the wrong fuel: cereal loaded with sugar, white toast with jam, or pastries that taste comforting, but spike your blood sugar like a rocket. It feels harmless. After all, we've been told breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But the kind of breakfast you choose matters more than ever as you age. Because your metabolism isn't what it used to be. Your insulin response is slower. And your ability to recover from a poor dietary choice, that's not the same either. Take someone like Helen, 74, who always started her morning with a muffin and juice. It gave her a quick boost, but within an hour or two she'd crash, tired, foggy, sometimes even irritable. Her doctor suggested switching to a breakfast with more protein and fiber. She started having eggs, some avocado, or a bit of plain yogurt with nuts. The difference was immediate. Her energy stayed steady, her blood sugar stabilized, and she didn't feel like she needed a nap before lunch. That's because sugary and carb-heavy breakfasts create a spike and then a crash. It puts stress on your pancreas, increases your risk for insulin resistance, and worsens fatigue. It also messes with your mood. Seniors who start their day with a sugar surge often experience more brain fog, slower thinking, and lower emotional resilience by midday. And over time, the damage builds. High blood sugar isn't just a number. It's a risk factor for heart disease, stroke, cognitive decline, and more. So what's the solution? Aim for balance. Include protein like eggs, cottage cheese, or nut butter. Add fiber with fruit, oatmeal, or whole grain toast. Keep sugars natural and limited. You don't have to eat like a bodybuilder. You just need to eat like someone who wants their brain sharp, their energy steady, and their body supported. Because breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about fueling your life. The food you choose today could shape how strong you stay tomorrow. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 4 common mistakes, it's time to ask yourself an important question. Which of these have slipped into your mornings without you even realizing it? You don't have to do them all to feel their impact. Even one, whether it's skipping water, rushing out of bed, taking pills on an empty stomach, or loading up on sugar, can quietly chip away at your strength, your clarity, and your quality of life. The good news, every one of these habits is fixable, and it doesn't require big, overwhelming changes. It just takes a few small shifts made consistently. Think about it. What if tomorrow, instead of going straight to the coffee pot, you drank a tall glass of water first? What if you gave your body 30 extra seconds before standing? What if you took a small bite of food before swallowing your pills? Or replaced that sweet breakfast with something that actually fuels your energy? These aren't just habits, they're choices. And every morning you make them right, you're sending a message to your body: I want to stay strong. I want to stay clear. I want to stay here fully. Your mornings are the foundation of your day. And at this stage in life, you deserve mornings that protect you, not drain you. So take the time, slow down, fuel wisely, and remember that the smallest decisions often carry the biggest weight. Because longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better, one morning at a time. Thank you for joining us today. Anyone warn you that life after 80 could feel like a curveball? Because even the strongest, most independent people find themselves caught off guard. In this video, we're diving into 5 harsh and unexpected realities no one escapes after turning 80. These aren't the obvious physical changes or the numbers on your medical chart. These are deeper shifts. Quiet changes in the way people treat you, the way you see time, the way your own memories start to whisper truths you hadn't noticed before. Some of these might be things you've already felt but couldn't quite put into words. Others may surprise you, but they all have one thing in common: they shape the way we experience aging. Stay with us until the end, because while these changes may sound harsh, understanding them can help you find peace, purpose, and even renewed strength. There's something incredibly empowering about naming what you're going through and realizing you're not alone in it. Now let's begin. Number 1, the shrinking world of social connection. One of the first realities that quietly settles in after 80 is the noticeable shrinking of your social world. You might still get phone calls, still see the occasional visitor, but there's no denying that the frequency has changed, and more importantly, so has the feeling. What once felt like a natural rhythm of friendship and connection may now feel scattered, even fragile. Friends move away, grow ill, or pass on. Family members get busy with their own lives. And without even realizing it, you begin to spend more hours in silence than in conversation. This isn't about bitterness, it's about honesty. After 80, many people aren't talking about how hard it is to keep those connections alive. You notice the drop in invitations, the widening gap between visits. And even if you're not someone who needs constant company, the absence starts to speak louder than you expected. You may find yourself reminiscing more, not just out of nostalgia, but as a way of keeping the people you care about present in your life, even if only in memory. The laughter you once shared, the ordinary routines you once took for granted, they start to feel like treasures now. There's nothing wrong with you for feeling this. It's not a sign of weakness or even loneliness in the traditional sense. It's simply a quiet adjustment that almost everyone faces, yet no one prepares you for. And it's why staying emotionally connected to yourself, to your story, to even one or two people becomes more important than ever. Because when the crowd fades, the depth of just a few real connections means more than ever before. Number 2, how small health problems become big ones. Something that often catches people off guard in their 80s is how even minor health issues no longer stay minor. A small cold lingers longer than it used to. A bruise takes weeks to fade. A tiny stumble that once would have been forgotten by lunch can now lead to weeks in bed, physical therapy, or even surgery. It's not just the body slowing down, it's that the body's ability to recover becomes more unpredictable. The margin for error gets smaller, and something as simple as forgetting to drink enough water or skipping one meal can throw off your whole system. You may still feel strong, and in many ways you are, but your resilience no longer operates behind the scenes the way it did in your younger years. What was once automatic now needs your attention, your care, your gentleness. And this change isn't something people often talk about. Friends, family, even your doctor might downplay it or chalk it up to just getting older. But you know the difference. You feel the weight of each recovery. You see how your energy dips lower than it used to. The challenge here isn't just physical, it's mental. There's a frustration that comes with it, a sense that your body isn't on your side the way it once was. And if you've always prided yourself on being tough, active, or independent, this shift can feel like a betrayal. But here's the truth: this awareness is actually power. When you start noticing how your body responds, you can adjust. You can slow down without giving up. You can tune into what you need: more rest, more hydration, more forgiveness for yourself. This stage of life isn't about proving anything. It's about protecting the strength you still have by not taking it for granted. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is let yourself heal fully. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, the quiet loss of visibility in social spaces. One of the most unsettling changes that comes with turning 80 is how easily people start to overlook you, not out of cruelty, but out of a quiet cultural shift that no one talks about. You walk into a room and the energy doesn't quite shift the way it used to. You speak, and sometimes people talk over you, not because they mean to, but because they assume you're done. You might find yourself repeating things, waiting longer to be acknowledged, or simply feeling invisible in group settings, even among family. This experience is more than just being ignored. It's the subtle erosion of presence in a world that moves faster and centers youth more than ever before, and it's something few people prepare you for. It can feel like the world sees your age before it sees you. Like your stories, your thoughts, your wisdom are somehow discounted, even when they hold more truth than ever. You've lived, you've lost, you've loved, and yet there are moments when your presence feels muted. This reality can spark a range of emotions: sadness, frustration, even a quiet kind of grief. But there's also a strength in seeing this shift for what it is, not a reflection of your worth, but of a culture that forgets to listen to its elders. You are not invisible. The world may not always notice you first, but your voice still carries weight. And those who take the time to really see you, to sit with your stories, your humor, your memories, those are the ones who matter. They're listening, even if it takes a bit longer for them to lean in. So don't retreat. Don't let silence define you. Share what you've seen, what you've survived. Be the quiet force that reminds people what dignity, depth, and endurance truly look like. You may not always be the loudest in the room, but you are the most seasoned, and that carries more power than most realize. Number 4, the narrowing of your daily life. One of the hardest parts of aging after 80 isn't just about what happens inside your body. It's about what quietly disappears from the outside. Your world, once busy and filled with familiar faces and places, starts to feel smaller. Not all at once, but piece by piece. You might find yourself going out less often, not because you don't want to, but because things feel farther, harder, or more tiring. Friends who used to stop by move away, fall ill, or pass on. Neighbors change. Favorite restaurants close. Your world doesn't collapse, it gently contracts. There's an emotional weight that comes with that. The loneliness can feel like background noise at first, just a little extra quiet here and there. But over time, it gets heavier. Even for the most independent souls, there's something disorienting about seeing the once familiar slowly fade from reach. And yet, there's something powerful in naming this, in recognizing that what you're feeling isn't weakness, it's grief. It's the natural sadness of watching chapters close. It doesn't mean you've given up. It means you cared. But here's the truth: even as the old world shrinks, a new one can still expand. That expansion might not come from travel or big events. It might come from the depth of a new conversation, from a friendship with someone younger, from sharing your stories in a way you never have. The world doesn't have to be wide to be meaningful. It just has to be alive. So call that friend, even if they're far. Join that book group, even if it's online. Take a short walk, even if it's just around the block. Your world may look different, but it's not over. It's evolving. And there's still space, plenty of space for joy, laughter, and connection. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, the unpredictability of your own body. After 80, your body starts sending mixed messages, and often at the worst times. One day, you wake up feeling clear-headed, steady on your feet, strong enough to take on the world. The next, you're slower, foggier, unsure why your knees won't cooperate, or why your hands can't quite grip that coffee mug like they used to. What makes this so frustrating isn't just the physical inconvenience. It's the betrayal. You've lived in this body your whole life. You've trusted it. And now it keeps changing the rules on you without notice or explanation. You might plan a walk one morning, only to feel a wave of fatigue you didn't see coming. You might bend down to tie a shoelace and realize it takes a little longer to stand up again. Or maybe you're caught off guard by dizziness, stiffness, or a strange numbness that vanishes as quickly as it came. And yet here's the part no one talks about: this unpredictability chips away not just at mobility, but at confidence. Suddenly, you're thinking twice before going out. Not because you can't, but because you're unsure of what your body might do. That uncertainty can make you feel smaller, more fragile, even hesitant in situations where you used to feel in control. And it's completely understandable. But if there's one truth that can help here, it's this: your body may no longer be consistent, but your response to it can be. Flexibility becomes your new strength. Adaptability becomes your shield. You learn to prepare, to pace, to give yourself grace without giving up. You start to listen a little more closely, to rest when needed, to stretch, to talk to your doctor not just when something's wrong, but to understand how to stay a step ahead. Because knowledge, even in the face of unpredictability, gives you a sense of power. So no, your body might not be as dependable as it once was, but you, in all your awareness and experience, are still very much in charge. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. We've just walked through 5 harsh realities that often emerge after the age of 80, each one surprising in its own way, and each one capable of quietly shifting how we experience the world. From the thinning of once close relationships to the physical unpredictability that sneaks in when we least expect it, these changes have a way of catching us off guard. But here's the truth: acknowledging these shifts isn't about giving into decline. It's about stepping into your life with your eyes wide open so you can live it more fully, more wisely, and more freely. What stood out to you the most? Which of these 5 realities have you noticed in your own life, or maybe in someone close to you? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one insight you've taken away from today's video and how you plan to respond to it. Whether it's letting go of guilt, reconnecting with someone you've drifted from, or simply being kinder to your body, your story might just be the one that encourages someone else. Because in the end, aging doesn't mean losing value, it means gaining depth. And by facing these truths together, we strengthen not only ourselves, but each other. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.